This I believe. It was January 14th, 2017, and we are warming up in the back, getting ready to go on the floor and perform our routine in front of hundreds of people. I could feel all the excitement and nerves hitting me right before we hit the floor. It was the best feeling. I was a freshman at the time, and I'd quit dance before I tried out for the SCOHS Palm team. I've never tried out for anything and not knowing whether I would make the team or not. Tryouts were on July 24th, 2016. I found out that night that me and two other freshmen made the team, and I was so excited that I couldn't even tell my parents. I was going wild, jumping up and down and everything. The first official team practice was on August 8th, 2016. I was so nervous to walk into the dance room not knowing who anyone was and being the youngest on the team. After that first practice, I knew this was going to be a great year and so much fun. After football season ended, our coach was scoping out the team to see who would be on the competition team to compete at state qualifiers and state. I tried my hardest and gave all my turns, tricks, leaps, and jumps my all. After about a week of showing our skills off, we started to learn the routine. I was in the front as a little baby freshman, turning and kicking. I was so proud of myself because me, a freshman, was in the front and a senior was in the back. But since Savannah put me in that front spot, that means that I couldn't mess up, and that terrified me. Because of course I never wanted to make a mistake anyways, but knowing that I had that pressure from not only my coach but my team scared me. So after about 2 months of learning and practicing the competition routine, it was finally time to compete at state qualifiers, which is a competition to compete against other schools' palm teams to make it to state and compete again there. The state qualifiers competition was on November 12th, 2016. It was my first palm competition ever, and palm is so much more different than dance competitions. I was so nervous to step out on that floor, and you could see it. A few minutes before we went on, my coach pulled me aside and told me that she has so much confidence in me and that she will be proud of me no matter what happens. And that made me feel so good and even more excited to compete. Once we got called out to go onto the floor and the music started, all my nerves went away. But then about 20 seconds after the music started was the first turn sequence, and it was a quad. I thought I was ready for it, but then I fell out and almost fell on the floor. And in that moment, I realized that nothing mattered more than making sure I never did that again. So after a lot of hard work, tough practices, and routine changing, it was finally January 14th, the time for my team and I to take the floor one last time as a team. I got even more nervous than that it was the last competition because this time I didn't want to make the same mistake again. I was so nervous and excited at the same time. As soon as the announcer called SCOHS Palm Team, all my nerves went away and it was just all my adrenaline out on that floor with me. I didn't hold back on this performance and gave it my all. I was planning on walking off that floor with no regrets, and that's exactly what I did. That was my best performance ever, and my coach was so proud of me and my team. We ended up getting 4th in the state of Arizona in the medium varsity palm advanced category. I am writing about this whole year-long moment because it was so much fun but had a lot of pressure and tears. It taught me how to handle pressure and by being a humble human being. I believe that it is possible to get over a fear and nerves by just doing what you love and not caring about what the outcome is in the end. Because at the end of the day, if you're having fun, then nothing else really matters.